Welcome back to the Digital Asset Report. Crypto assets traded up modestly to start the week. Ethereum and Bitcoin are approaching new monthly highs. Both coins are up over the past month, but the outlook for the rest of the year is split. The backdrop for all this remains the war between the US and Iran. The US carried out a 9th straight night of airstrikes on Iran, and Iran fired back at Kuwait and Bahrain. Shipping through the Strait of Hormuz has largely stalled. Oil prices are climbing up as a result, and President Trump addressed the strikes directly. Take a listen.
Well, we feel very badly, but you know, those great people, those great patriots were out there fighting that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Iran has been very, very badly damaged. They've lost everything almost militarily. They've got very little left. They've got some missiles. They've got some drones. They've got some manufacturing ability, not much. We control the strait. They don't control anything. So we'll see what happens.
There's a glimmer of hope, though. Iran's interior minister is now in Pakistan for talks. Those talks aim to revive last month's interim deal. On the regulatory front, the Clarity Act's path just got more complicated. Trump met with senators this week. He was trying to break a Senate deadlock over ethics restrictions, but the meeting made no real progress. Prediction market odds on the bill passing this year have fallen to around 31%. That's down from about 70% back in May when it cleared the Senate Banking Committee. Democrats are still holding out for stronger limits on senior officials profiting from crypto. And the Senate faces its August recess as a hard deadline. Despite the gridlock, not everyone is pessimistic. House Financial Services Committee Chairman Brian Steele said he still expects the Senate to get it done. Take a listen.
You and other members of the Financial Services Committee are in New York to hold a field hearing on this bill. What can you tell us about the Clarity Act?
This is our opportunity to put real and substantive legislation on the floor and provide regulatory clarity in the digital assets space. Again, this is an example of the House doing its job. We passed this now approximately a year ago. The Senate has been struggling to move this forward. I'm optimistic that we get this across the line next week in the United States Senate. It's absolutely essential that the United States sets the gold standard for regulations in the digital assets space, that we unlock so much capital, human capital and financial capital that will come into these markets in the United States of America in a regulatory regime that protects consumers. Clarity does that. It's passed the House. It's time for the Senate to act.
On the ETF side, Bitcoin funds are seeing money come back in. Spot Bitcoin ETFs pulled in $273 million over the past 2 weeks. That snapped an 8-week losing streak. During that streak, more than $8 billion walked out the door. Unfortunately, that inflow barely covers the smallest single week of outflows from the recent slump. Strategy is also making moves. Michael Saylor's company raised $263 million last week by selling stock. It did not touch its Bitcoin holdings. The stock jumped on the news, and it gives the company more room to cover its dividend payments without shrinking its Bitcoin stash. In payments, Crypto.com just landed its first institutional funding round ever. Citadel Securities is putting in $400 million. That values the company at $20 billion. The money is expected to fuel Crypto.com's push into tokenized securities and derivatives. And one of Wall Street's oldest brokerages just made a major move in digital assets. E-Trade from Morgan Stanley rolled out spot trading for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Eligible clients can now buy, sell, and hold crypto right alongside their stocks and bonds. It's a sign of how far crypto has come. A name synonymous with traditional investing for decades now treats crypto as a core offering. And overseas in Japan, a major logistics partner for Amazon is going all in on stablecoins. AZCom Marua Holdings plans to pay about 2,300 partners using the yen-backed stablecoin JPYC. It's the first large-scale corporate stablecoin rollout in Japan. Prediction markets had a massive World Cup globally. Kalshi added 3 million new users during the tournament. More than $1.2 billion was traded on the World Cup winner alone. Prediction markets overall captured an estimated 27% of U.S. legal sports betting volume during the tournament. That's up from just 9% at the start of the year. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a like and follow along for more.